Hello again, my dudes. This is Kadima back with another Elden Ring DLC build video. Welcome back to the channel. And today I bring you the build that I decided to nominate, the Red Bird. That's right. We're going to make use of two peculiar things for this build. Let's jump on to it. We're going to be using the Smithscript Dagger and the Gravebird's Black Quill Armor. The idea here is to play as if we were a bird. And what do birds do? They poop on people and cars and everything that comes in their way. And our form of poop will be represented by the Hefty Rot Pot. On top of that, we'll be using the Smithscript Dagger because it kind of gives the idea of a bird attacking with their claws and just from afar, then picking on people and then flying away. It's more of a meme build and a PvP dedicated build more than anything. So don't take it too seriously, it's just for fun. I like to try everything and come up with new ideas and new things to do just to keep it interesting. For the maximum damage we are infusing the Smithscript Dagger with Keen because it scales S with Dexterity and we're gonna go all in Dexterity. The attribute scaling of the weapon is D with Strength, S in Dexterity as I just said, Intelligence and Faith both at E. The requirements for the weapon is 5 Strength, 11 Dexterity, Faith and Intelligence. For the armor, we're going to be using Rakshasa's Helm, the Gravebird's Black Quill as I just said, Rakshasa's Gauntlets and Rakshasa's Greaves. Now, the Rakshasa pieces will increase our damage done by 6%, it will also increase damage taken, but the most important part of this, the armor is the Gravebird's Black Quill, which if you read the description, it enhances jumping attacks. It kind of makes you jump slightly, very slightly higher, and it does increase the jumping attacks. And this will be our idea using this build is going to go for jumping attacks as much as possible using the Smithscript Dagger. To increase our damage, we'll also be using the Shard of Alexander because we have applied the Scattershot throw onto the daggers, and this will do a nice piece of damage. We also be having the Smithing Talisman because it enhances weapon throwing attacks. This is a throwing weapon, so it will give us a nice boost. Claw Talisman because it enhances jump attacks, so this will pair up with the armor piece. And then, just to complete the set a little bit, we'll be using the Rotten Wing and Sword Insignia, which greatly raises attack power with successive attacks. Because we use the Smithscript Dagger, you can easily proc this just by doing a couple of R1s, R2s, use the scatter shot throws as well. You'll be doing nice bits of damage and will proc this nicely. There are instances that if you use the scatter shot close enough to your enemies, you'll be doing upwards of 1000 damage. So don't underestimate the power of this weapon when used correctly. For a little bit of extra damage, we will be also using the Exalted Flesh because birds are known to steal our food. And that will be the representation of the idea here that I'm stealing a little piece of chicken leg from someone eating it by the beach. So that's pretty much it. Not a lot of secrets to this thing. It's pretty easy to use. It's just for fun. Don't think of this build as being something overpowered or broken. It is not. It's just fun to use and quite annoying to the opponents. This is entirely for PvP purposes. I don't even go for PvE with this thing. Most enemies will just jump onto you and try to beat the hell out of you. And you're not going to be doing the amounts of damage it would be required to make this a very good build for PvE. So I didn't even go there. Let's take a look at the stats though. I'm level 151, Vigor at 57, Mind at 15, just so we have enough for a few scattershot throws. Endurance at 35, Strength at 14, Dexterity at 80, Intelligence and Faith both at 11, just so we have the requirements to use the Smithscript daggers. And that's pretty much it. The idea, as I said, is just jump R1s, pretty much. Jump R1s, this will be our primary source of damage, jump R1s. Of course, you also got the Scatter Shot, which is a very nice ability. It's nice to interrupt sorcerers, for example, and if you cast it at close range, like if you actually are close to the opponent and everything hits, it does a significant amount of damage. I wouldn't underestimate the damage that this thing does. The R1s, they don't do tremendous amount of damage, but because you can just easily spam them, you will trigger the insignia and it will increase your damage significantly enough that you can then jump R1 and do 500 damage, for example, which is very neat for this build. That's pretty much it, guys. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. It does help the channel, and I'll be throwing more builds your way, of course. If you are one of my regular viewers, thank you for the continuous support. But enough said, let's go for the PvP examples using this thing. First fight, here we go. Let's get that FT pot prepared. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to throw it because this guy is already on top of me, which is fine, not a problem. Just got to go with some scatter shots, a little bit of R1s. Okay, crouching pokes, that's fine. Dashing attacks, a little bit of poking going on from my side. Those jumping R1s on the move. Gotta be careful with the stamina using this build because you will be attacking doing jumps. So, and the scattered shots actually consume quite a chunk of stamina. Of course he's gonna go backhands, that's not a problem. I have no issues with that. Little bit of extra R1 jumping attacks, that's fine. There you go, both daggers landed on his face. Try to keep my distance. Ooh, that did hurt, Jesus. I do take tremendous amounts of damage, not only because I have low defenses, but also because we're using Hakshasa set. But that scattered shot to the face, ooh, that was painful. GG. I want you guys to take notice of one thing in this fight in particular. How well I spaced his Ash of War attack. I'm gonna go with some poop, of course, I'm a pigeon, I get to do that. I poop on people's faces. But now take notice of how well I've planned this move. Dun dun, dun dun, GG. Wow. I was impressed with myself, to be honest. Here we go, next fight. Little bit of FT pots, if I can. Of course, we always allow our opponents to buff. Here goes the poop. Got him. We got the poop going. And yes, I'm a bird. I scratch with my claws and I do bits of damage. Look, we're already 1000 damage in. And the match pretty much just started. Scatter shot to the face. Ooh, that was 800 damage. GG. I could actually finish him off here, but I decided to let him die to the poop. So, I basically just waited for the rots to do the job. GG. Now, here we go again. Get that Exalted Flash going. Just signal that we're ready by jumping. Here goes the poop. Didn't get him. Okay, gotta be careful. Ooh, that nearly got me. Lucky for me, this build is actually quite nimble. Although we are not light load. If we were, it would be even better. But I was okay with the medium load. It's quite a dangerous build. Look at this scattered shot that's about to come. I'm gonna do an R1. I noticed it is gonna go double scattered shot, 700 damage, sweet. And then the win with the back jumping R1s. Now this guy, I actually fought him twice in a row. This was the first time. And he's actually going to try his best to win. Unfortunately, in the second round, he actually gave up at some point because he realized he was just not going to get the win. I'm going to try to go with the pokes. There goes the jumping R1, a nice 450 damage, that's quite good. Another 340, that's quite good. Scattered shot, 300 damage. Try to keep up the pressure. Another scattered shot for almost 300 damage. He does manage to hit me there with the running R1s, but not a problem. We're still in absolute control. We got to be careful with the stamina here. I want you to notice that my stamina bar is actually pretty much quite low the whole time. I thought about using the stamina regen talisman, but I was fine just doing it this way. Here we go, the second round with the same guy. This is when he's actually going to give up, and I don't blame him. It's a very annoying build to fight if you are the opponent. If you have to face a guy that's constantly just jumping and throwing daggers at you, I take it it's pretty annoying. 300 something damage with that scatter shot, which is not too bad. It was not at absolute close range, but he was just close enough. But this one was really nasty. 855 damage. He realized here that he was already done. GG. Now this guy, he's kind of going with the Mesmer costume, but then he's using Milady. I'm okay with that. I managed to get the poop. Here we go. Scattered shot. He's just spamming the Ash of War, so I'm okay with that. He does hit that one, but I'm okay. I don't mind. I've got absolute control. If all we're gonna go for is spamming that poking jump, I'm good with it. He does have a nice range, but it's very easy to dodge, especially if he's not following it up with anything. scattered shot, try to get some more chip damage going. And then the back jumping R1 is a very nasty move. It throws opponents off balance, and if you do it just right, both daggers will hit. So that's quite a good move to go, especially to finish off opponents. Here we go with the poop pot. Quite terrible throw. I try to free aim it most of the time. Ah, that one did hit. Perfect. We got the poop going. I think he's going to cure himself, but that's not a problem. He's got dual katanas going. We're going to try to avoid those because they do nasty damage. Ooh, that was actually quite brutal. And I think we're going to eat it again because I'm being very careless. Ooh, that was nasty. That did hurt. There we go. Try those. Space him a little bit better. The double scatter shot kind of finishes him off, but I do the R1 for the kill. GG. Now this guy, he's clearly going with a poison focus build, not only because he's using the helmet, which it's kind of a giveaway, but the scythes he's using, I've made a build using those, and they do 160 poison build up. It's quite crazy. But here I am, not a problem. I'm in control. I got my jumping attacks going. I got my spacing. Jumping attacks to the face. Scattered shot. Then another R1. Then another jumping R1. He's got the rot build up. Then there's this double scattered shot. And that was a perfect win. GG. Next fight. Here we go. Get that exalted flash. Get the pot. Here we go. See if I can get him to rot. Have a little bit of bird poo. That scattered shot was actually quite terrible. It only did 800 damage, but this one did 380, so it was quite nice. Gotta dodge those nasty Ash of Wars, because they do hurt quite a bit. Outspace, scattered shot for 80 damage is actually quite bad. Ooh, I actually managed to avoid that just because I jumped earlier. There we go, get some scattered shots going, 440 damage, not too bad. Jumping R1s and then the scattered shot at close range for the win. Now, this guy, good fight. He's coming with some nasty discs, which as you saw just nearly shredded me to pieces. Here I am with my jumping R1s, some scattered shot for 350 damage, double scattered shot, 660 damage, and then just control the fight from afar, get those jumping attacks going, another scattered shot, just to try to interrupt him there. Didn't interrupt because he's actually got quite a nice poise, but then jumping R1 to finish him off. GG. Next fight, we got someone with a katana, it looks. No, I actually throw that pot away because he was buffing. Yes, it is a katana, it's a great katana. Gotta stay away from that thing because it does hurt. Scattered shot, 324 damage, not too bad. It also procced my insignia, so that boosts my damage. That's quite nice. Ooh, gotta avoid that. That was close. Another nice dodge there. Ooh, that did hit. Ooh, that was nasty. So that landed. Ooh, at close range, 950 damage. Good one. GG. Now this guy, funny enough, I fought him before a couple of times in some of my other build videos. I think he also likes to make fun builds like I do. I think every time I fought this guy, he was using something odd. But here we go. He's focusing on using endurance, so he can actually grab me with the madness. I tried a similar build. It didn't work because people just run away, just like I did. In my case, I don't really have to run away. I just have to jump and attack at the same time, so that gives me an edge. Now, this guy, I actually felt sorry for him. I did so much damage in such a short period of time. I don't think the guy was expecting this. Nice throw, but still missed. Gonna try one more time. I got him with the bird poop. There we go. 560 damage scattered shot, and then another 400, and then another 500. Jesus, he's already dead. GG, bro. GG. Now this is going to be the last fight for this build video. We got Talismans again. I think this guy is probably the one guy that features in most of my build videos, because he spends most of his time in the arena just like me. And he does bring new things to the table, so it's like I like to fight him. He's always bringing new stuff, making it interesting, making it challenging. So thank you, my friend, for providing good duels. In any case, guys, thank you for watching the video. If you haven't subscribed, it's a good time to do so. It really helps the channel, and I appreciate all of your support. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Stay tuned for more Elden Ring build videos. Again, thank you all for watching. Take care and have a good one. Cheerio!